Sir, under your leadership, Bar Council of Delhi has created a record of sort, uh, having 15,000 plus advocates, giving them giving them livelihood, but at the same time more responsibility in the society.
Not about 15,000. I think few are less than 16,000. It's about 16,000 enrolled this year. Credit goes to my enrollment committee as well as the staff who have worked very hard, because to enroll, I was looking in the list one day. I think more than about 700 people have been enrolled on one day this year, and the total about 16,000. So it's I think in India number one. In India, no bar council has registered their members like this. As far as Delhi is concerned, Delhi is now topper.
And the responsibility, my second part of the question was, and the responsibility that you have inculcated in them, and also because of what India is looking forward to being the third largest economy in the world, which means that the opportunity is more, but at the same time responsibility is also more.
Of course, when a person achieved any responsibility, any post, meaning by his responsibilities as well as his in Hindi, dayittva, in English, responsibility, and always, is a thing which he has to perform diligently and very carefully, and he has to perform not as a man. Now, if he or she is an advocate in the public, at least he should behave like a lawyer, triple graduate, and in not only in court or court premises, even outside the court premises also, he should have to behave like a lawyer, meaning by his responsibility towards his parents, towards his clients, towards the judiciary, towards the colleagues, and increased like anything. And I hope that you must have heard me by telling them that they have to perform not only as a lawyer for the client, but as a whole, as a responsible person toward the society.
सर, अभी हम जस्ट कोरोना से हम लोग बाहर आए, 1 साल 2-1.5 साल हो रहा है, और कोरोना के दौरान लॉयर्स का और पूरी कम्युनिटी को बहुत ज़्यादा इश्यूज़ के साथ झेलना पड़ा था. बहुत नई टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ उनको ऑपरेट करना पड़ा. शारीरिक और आर्थिक नुकसान भी हुआ. आप लोगों ने कैसे उस
our bar council, Delhi Bar Council, has distributed about 23 crores to the lawyers during this COVID period. I think no bar council in India has distributed money like this. I will change the word distributed. What we can say, help to those people. In those days, you see the young people come in the profession. He can't earn the second day in the court, who have been enrolled today, and they will go in the court. Today is the last day, working day in the courts, but when the courts will be opened, he will go to the court. The first day he will not earn. He has to at least wait for handsome money, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is the profession where with very, calmly, he has to wait, he has to work very hard to get the client, and after getting the client, he has to sustain the client. After sustaining the client, he has to satisfy the court as well as the delivery to the client. So many things, things are there for which he has to work very hard. However, your main question was, I can understand you wanted to ask me that how those people survived during the COVID period without work. Yes, of course, because at that time VC was there, video conferencing. For that purpose, lot of people didn't have the source. It's resources, you can say, laptop, mobile, or facilities. For that purpose, we tried our level best to make them fully equipped. And before when I took the charge, other bar council chairmen. The chairman, I think, helped them financially as well as even by other means also. I will not comment upon and elaborate much about that. But yes, of course, my member bar council individually also helped lot of people.
बार काउंसिल में हमने आज के प्रोग्राम में ये भी देखा कि कुछ लोग वो भी थे जो अपने सीनियर सिटीजन्स थे जो एक नया सेकंड प्रोफेशन चूज़ कर रहे थे, उसके लिए आप लोग कितना इंकरेज करते हैं? क्योंकि ये एक आपने जैसा अपने उद्बोधन में भी कहा था कि यू आर लॉयर फॉर लाइफ.
You see, once I think, yes, before me, I will not name him, he was the chairman of the Bar Council and he has refused to enroll the people who are above 45 years. Then that order was challenged before the Honorable High Court. But I was also not concurred with the view of the previous chairman, and I made the statement for the Honorable High Court that I am going to struck down this rule. And because what I found, generally in the few states, 58 years of age for retirement, few states are 60 years. High Court Judge 62 years. Supreme Court Judge 65 years. I think this is the 65 of the Supreme Court is the maximum age of retirement. In other fields, maximum is 60 years. But I find that 60 years age is nothing now in this era. And for that purpose, if they are coming after retirement, and they are very much, I can say, welcome, and they should, they are more responsible, you will find it. Whatever I found by now, who have been enrolled after retirement, they are performing very diligently, responsibility having on their shoulder, I can say, and they are performing it very well. So I welcome all the people who comes after retirement, and it is their right. We are living in a country where democratic right is there. Our democracy is the supreme in the world. Even in India, democracy, you can see, you can spit anywhere, you can piss anywhere, you can abuse anybody. Did you find like this in the world, in any country like this? So I say largest democracy of the country. So in a democratic country, if we do and accept all these things, it is not a new thing, and I welcome it.
Do you think that this should also be the practice, or taking cue from Bar Council of Delhi, this should be the practice all across India? Because now you say, and it is generally accepted that 60-year is not not the very old age. Because
yesterday I did case in Punjab. I used to go in all over the country. I myself go. I used to go to Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Jaipur, Bombay, Karnataka, Bangalore. Yesterday I did a case in Chandigarh, except one high court, that is Allahabad. I have attended each and every high court in the country. Every high court. So once you are enrolled with the bar council, any bar council, but he has to be a member of any bar association within 6 months after his enrollment. This is the only requirement, nothing more than that.
Taking cue about the mediation, if I may ask another question, do you think that mediation is there to stay in India and it is still in the nascent stage?
It will stay. It will stay, and you will find it. The day will come, and day is coming very soon. People will prefer to refer their case to mediation. Lot of cases are there which you can say take time, at least 10 years minimum. And I will say through your channel, I will request also, though the judgments are coming from the Honorable Supreme Court, but I will pray and I will request the Honorable Chief Justice of India, he should take the cognizance. The judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court are not being followed by the even High Court and the Trial Court, for which they should take the steps for that purpose.
If I understood it right, what you said is that mediations, decisions or awarding of mediation should be
very successful. Mediation is earlier, it's now you see Lok Adalats. Local adalats are being organized for the purpose of traffic challans, etc., or summons trial, rather summary trial cases. But mediation is successful like arbitration. You go in Nitiva Club, 5 or 6 rooms are being booked by for the this arbitration. Likewise, mediation is the way of a life, will become a way of life. You will see it in the fraternity, lawyer fraternity, in the judicial system, and I welcome it.
If I take another question, if you give me an opportunity to ask, it is, where do you see India lagging behind in arbitration? Why international centers are more successful than we in India? Why people from India, both parties from India, go and contest in foreign land, not in India?
You see, our top lawyer, Harish Salve, is preferring this arbitration by sitting in England, and he is living in London in these days, and he goes to Singapore here and there. Singapore is the center of the world as far as arbitration is concerned. It is my little bit of knowledge, but I totally agree with you. We should encourage the arbitration like mediation, and if the arbitration will be encouraged, you will find that the litigation in the Honorable High Court and the Supreme Court will be, half of the litigation will go.
One last question. 15,000 plus enrollments. That is very, very encouraging. But at the same time, India has 5 crore cases lagging. Where is the gap that needs to be filled? No doubt it is nothing directly linked with you, but it is also because of in the profession that you are in, this is a concern for India and every Indian.
You see, I can comment in best of my position so far as criminal cases are concerned. For that purpose, in prosecution, so in the infrastructure is very weak. For prosecution, for prosecutors, they should enhance and make good infrastructure for them as well, for witnesses also, for police officials also. You see, ultimately it starts from the investigating officer, comes to the prosecutor, thereafter comes to the defense counsel and the judges, and the strength of the judiciary. Judges also should be increased for that purpose. Infrastructure for judicial complexes should be also constructed, and likewise in Delhi you can find it now. Earlier it was mainly Tisajari, then Patiala House and Katkaduma. These were the 3 courts. Now at the moment, from Patiala House, 3 courts. Patiala House, Saket Court, number 1 now, and Dwarka Court. From Tisajari, it has gone to Rohni also. And you will find it, now you have seen that Kadgaduma. In Kadgaduma, it was a Shadra Court earlier. You know where was it? Was located at the railway station, Shadra railway station. 4 or 5 judges. Now I think more than 60 plus judges would be there. See the infrastructure there. It depends upon the law ministry, it depends upon the government as well, it depends upon the Delhi High Court also, and other various high courts. Not only Delhi high courts should take the cognizance that if they want to deliver the justice at the doorstep of the people, then they should make good infrastructure by way of not only constructing buildings, but at the same time prosecution, at the same time of arbitration, mediation and family courts, as well as other commercial courts. Now you see how many different courts are coming, different laws are coming. India is developing very fast now, not only on economically, politically, but as well as I will say that in so far as judicial system is concerned, it's also being implemented by the law ministry. Now you have seen it, the 3 major changes have come. Indian evidence will be, it is applicable in civil and criminal as well. But so far as Criminal Procedure Code, IPC, Indian Penal Code, given the different names also, sections also decreased. So for that purpose, I will say, I will congratulate the Honorable Home Minister of the country that he has enacted all these laws as per the prevailing circumstances of the country. For example, English people have, in IPC, there was a section 304A, that is accident. How much sentence was? 2 years. If grievous hurt, 338 IPC, 2 years. And if simple, maximum 6 months or fine. So why 304A, 2 years maximum, or 338 IPC maximum 2 years? You know why? Because it was enacted by the English people for themselves only. Cars, vehicles were with English people, not with many, few people in the total country.
The archaic laws which were there.
So now the era is changed. So I welcome this step, and I welcome the steps taken by the Honorable Home Minister of our country. I will say hip hip.
But again, hip hip hooray will only happen when the Bar Council also retweets, re-educates their lawyers.
Of course,
and this is a huge responsibility.
On my behalf, I can share. I'm a criminal practicing lawyer. I have gone through the acts. So I say I totally agree with that. The laws have been enacted as per the prevailing circumstances of the society.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.